Hi, I'm Adriana Renton, registered kinesiologist, fascial stretch therapist, and performance stretch therapist, and I'm going to be taking you through the McGill Big 3. These are really important for individuals who have back pain, if you need spine stabilization, or you're a human, you have core, you have these muscles that your hips need to be able to integrate with your spine, your rib cage, and have stability so you can be the best human you can possibly be, or get back to the high-level competition or whatever life throws at you. So the 3 exercises that we're going to go over today are going to be the hip bridge, bird dog, and side plank. Here we go. We're going to start on your back first. Starting with the bridge, your feet are going to be shoulder-width apart, heels closer to your bum. And it's not going to be just the general Pilates of hips up and down, rolling with your spine. We want to make sure that everything is stable, specifically from your hips all the way to your shoulders. So you're going to start with your hands directly above your shoulders, and almost pretend like you're pushing down into a board that is right here. You want to feel that your lats light up. So you want to open up your chest, pull your shoulder blades down, and pretend like you're pushing into something. From here, you're going to find a slight hole in your back. That's okay. We're then going to take a big inhale from the back of your nasal cavity. When you exhale, make the sound TS and brace your ribs and down to your hips, hips up to your ribs. From here, you should feel your abs engage. If you need to, make that sound TS a little bit more, and also squeeze your pelvic floor as if you're squeezing from your anus sphincter up to your pelvic floor in order to make sure that our diaphragm, our abs, our obliques, and our pelvic floor from a 360-degree angle, and our core is engaged. So from here, we are bracing. We're going to take a big inhale, exhale, reset, and slowly drive your feet into the ground. Bring your hips all the way up to the ceiling. If you feel that you're really arching your back, take a moment to reset, bringing your hips towards your ribs, and then slowly come back down, making sure that your entire back hits the ground at the same time. And then release if you need to. Let's do it 4 more times together. Brace, so open up your chest, pull your shoulder blades down, inhale, exhale, make the sound TS, pushing your low back into the ground, engage your pelvic floor, drive through your feet to come all the way up to the ceiling, continue to brace the abs. Feel your glutes here, and then slowly come down. It's all about control, not about speed. Here we go, inhale, exhale, re-brace. Driving through the heels, hips coming up. Push the knees just slightly out. Make sure that knees are over top of the toes or even wider if possible. And then slowly let it go. You can release that breathing breath. Let's go again. Hands and fists, open up the chest, pull the shoulder blades down, inhale through the nose, exhale, bracing the abs, making sound TS, re-engage, pelvic floor, and drive those feet into the ground, coming all the way up to the top, and slowly take your time, coming back down. That's the bridge. All right, let's move into side plank. So, if you're lying on your right side, you're going to start with your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Your knees and ankles are going to be stacked. And before we come off the ground, again, you want to make sure that you are braced from your hip to your shoulder. Your hand can start on your hip if that's easier, or directly up in the air. You have both options. So you want to open up your chest, pull your shoulder blades down, take a big inhale through the back of the nasal cavity. Exhale, make the sound TS, bracing your ribs to the hips, hips up to the ribs. From here, you're now set, engage that pelvic floor, and bring your hips up before you bring them forward. You want to thrust so that you're in one nice line from your knee all the way to your shoulder. Opening up the chest and still squeezing your shoulder blades. Again, you can keep your hand on your hip or hand directly above the shoulder. You want to keep the back engaged, lifting the hip a little higher and thrust forward. Taking a big inhale here, exhale. should be able to hold this for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute. If you need that time to progress, do so. But understand what your body is currently capable of and slowly ramp up, taking your time and challenging yourself a little bit more. From here, when you come out of it, we're slowly going to bring your hips back and drop down. And then disengage your abs. You only want to disengage your abs once you're back down on the ground. Let's try the same thing on the opposite side. If you need the progression, we can go all the way up onto your feet. But let's still stay starting on your knees. So again, elbow underneath the shoulder. You can have your hand on your hip if you want to start. Open up your chest. Pull your shoulder blades down. Take a big inhale through the back of the nasal cavity. Exhale, make the TS. Bring in your ribs down to your hips, hips up to your ribs. Engage that pelvic floor. Then when we're ready, we're going to keep our ankles, knees stacked. Bring the hips up and bring them forward. Thrusting your hips, trying to engage the hamstrings just a little bit. Engage the glutes, lower back. Keep the chest proud. Continue to brace the abs. Hips high up so you can feel that lower oblique. That is going to help with a lot of spinal stabilization of that rotation, because we have internal obliques, external obliques that allow for us to rotate and look over our shoulder, and they need to be able to move independently of one another and be able to overall stabilize your pelvis relative to your rib cage. Here we go, a little higher, and then when we come out of it, bring your hips back and back up to the ground. Progression after this would be to have one foot over the other. Again, the inhale. Exhale, brace everything, and then lift up. Going nice and high, holding here. And the progression would be feet stacked and even heel up. We want to keep the height of your lower hip in order to get that engagement of your oblique. From here, bring the feet down, bring your hand on the ground, brace the abs before you come out of it. Again, that is just progression, but always start with starting underneath. Third exercise in the McGill 3. Let's finish up being on all fours. We're going to go through a movement called the bird dog. So bird dog, as if you're going on the fire hydrant or you're flying away. So hands start directly underneath your shoulders. If you have some carpal tunnel, rheumatoid arthritis, or not very strong in your wrists, start with your hands in a fist if that's easier for you. Tuck your feet under. You need to tuck your toes under just to make sure you're not getting anywhere. If you want that extra bonus big toe engagement, you can do that. From here, as a start, you're going to bring one arm forward. Okay. The idea is, can we make sure that your shoulder to your hip is stable and it's not going to move while our limbs move all the way around. We want stability of our spine from our shoulder to your hip. So again, we're opening up our chest, pulling the shoulder blades down. Notice how there's a little curve in my back. Then take a big inhale. Exhale, maybe some chest, bracing the abs. Engage my pelvic floor. Now I'm solid from my shoulder to your hip. You should too. From here, we then extend one arm. And can you also keep your shoulder blade in its place as we lift the arm? Nothing moves. All the way up to your ear. And then are you able to keep that shoulder blade in towards the spine, in shoulder depression and retraction as you come down to neutral. One thing I specifically look for, which I find people have a difficult time finding, is a lot of people reach out. Then your shoulder is no longer part of your back. You're going into protraction, you're reaching away. But can you still reach while having your shoulder stable into your back? So you want to lift from there. Then you do the same thing with the opposite arm. And then are you capable of also just doing that with your leg? So tuck the toes under. Again, open up the chest, pull the shoulder blades down. You can make sure that your neck is braced. From here, you're lifting from the glute, making sure that you're not coming into back engagement. You want to still have engagement of your lower abs. You're not shifting forward or back. And then come down. It's nice and slow. Again, it's all about control. Lifting through the glute, but stable spinal, stable spine. So, the next progression. Can we do opposite hand and opposite leg? So right hand out. So squeezing the shoulder blade in. Left leg out. Tuck the toes under. Squeeze the glutes. Brace the neck from here. Let's slowly lift up. You're only going in equidistance of the hand and the arm. Your arm's coming up here, your toes coming up here. Then we maybe need to do a few more reps with the leg. So you want to make sure that, again, everything's braced. You're lifting up, keeping that shoulder blade in, and then coming back down to touch at the same time. Brace, coming up, and back down. Inhale, exhale, brace. Slowly come up, with control, and back down. 2 more, with feeling. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, brace. Slowly coming up, and back down. This hits everything. Last one. Inhale, exhale, brace. Keep that shoulder down. Nothing moves but the arm and the leg. Still a sequence of the rest of the body. And rest. Hope you got a little heat from that one. Let's do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Shake it out if you need to. And let's reset. Again, hands can be palm open or in fists. Directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. If you need to, use a mirror or a camera to get that reflection. Oftentimes I feel people get really cramped up and you don't realize it, and that's okay. So it's always nice to have a reflection to understand where you are. Get that feedback. So hands and fists, lock at the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades. Let's extend the left leg, right arm. So from here, again, if you want to keep your hand in fist or other. No reaching. Pull that shoulder blade down towards the head and in towards the spine. Keep the left glute engaged. Let's slowly lift. So bracing the abs and coming down. With control, taking your time. Romancing. Inhale, exhale, brace. Exhale, brace. Coming all the way up. And back down. 2 more with feeling. Re-brace the shoulder blades, brace the abs. Hip stabilization, shoulder stabilization. Upper abs, lower abs, obliques, pelvic floor, the whole kit and caboodle. Last one, here we go. Open up the chest, pull the shoulder blades down. Inhale, exhale, brace the abs. Make sure that you're stable from your shoulder to your hip. As we lift off, continually bringing that shoulder blade down towards the hip, lifting through the glute. Continually ask yourself, am I stable through my spine? And if we're not, we only have to come an inch or 2 off the ground, and that will still work and tax our system. So I hope that was informative. I hope you had a conversation with your body. Continue to use this exercise if you have back pain, and if you feel that you need to work on your core every day. Do 3 rounds, 10 reps per side, and you'll be amazed how you feel in 1 week and even 3 weeks. But continue at it, fine tune it, get a mirror, and continue to press play on this video until you feel really strong and back into your body. And if you have more questions, please reach out. Happy to answer any questions that you might have. Be kind to yourselves, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.